All right. Greetings. This is Mad Shad coming to you from an undisclosed location deep in the bowels of the earth. Yeah. I wanted to talk about prepping, preparedness, preparation. Not to be confused with preparation H, but that is part of prepping as well. Uh, I only had like 10 minutes of prepping the last time, or 10 minutes of video. I thought I was going to have more time. But obviously, this is a learning process for me. And yes, I'm doing this, with a phone. So I had to go through and clear all my caches and all that, and free up some space. And so it went from 10 minutes to 4 minutes to 7 minutes to now I have 34 minutes. I don't know if I want to go that far, but anyway, me, I can just compress a lot of information and throw it at you all at once. So please bear with me. Also, I've thought about just randomly throwing things at you. Don't even want to say much about it. It's going to be there, something, whatever it is. But this is prepping. And what did we talk about? We last when we left off was prepping, medical kits and what have you and whatnots, and food for your kid, for your kids and your family, food for your pets. I got up to a year. I'm good. I can literally chill. So the way I got into prepping, obviously, was that, well, I don't know. I mean, I grew up in Tennessee. About the really big thing, single mom, poor, two other kids, me being the oldest. And then we went through a blizzard. And, power went out for weeks. It was freezing. We had to figure out ways to keep ourselves warm and keep ourselves occupied in the house because we couldn't go outside. Everything was ice. It was it was interesting. But my mom, in her infinite wisdom, was a prepper. She came from a big old farm. And that's all they did is they prepped. Obviously you got to prep on a farm. You got to have all kinds of stuff because you got livestock, you got crops you got to deal with, and you got to have a lot of stuff on hand. So the way that, looking back and obviously at that time being extremely scared. I think it was the 87, 92. I forget. I forget when this blizzard was, but it was, man, it was rough. And my mom being able to, she pulled out this old kerosene heater that we had, and we sat around that thing and we cooked, we cooked food that she had on hand. I mean, she had it in the closet, just sitting there. Boom, pulled it out, and here we are. It heated up the whole room of the house, and we stayed in there. We played cards. We drank hot chocolate, and things of that nature. It was fun. It was it made things kind of fun. Every now and then we would get the urge to go outside and play in it, and slide down the icy hills and check out the crazy icy landscape. Then run back inside before our face and fingers froze. It was interesting. So that carried on into going into the military, and we all know that the military is a prepper organization. It's all about prepping. You got to have beans, bullets, and band-aids. And you've got to have a way to store that and move it and keep it. So being able to see all that as well, obviously anybody in the military, that's where they go. And then how to be effective and operate in non-permissive environments. you know, and so yeah, you get exposed to all that stuff. You know, you got to have your food, you got to have your water, you got to have your protective gear, you got to have, you know, all that stuff. And they even went as far as going, you know, obviously CBIRF, Chemical Biological Instant Response Force. I kind of started that, or more like I was the guinea pig for it. We were the guinea pig for it. Anyway, you know, and then that was back in the days when we had the mop level 4 charcoal lined suits, and you know the gas mask with the one big thing, and had a little water tube you hook up to your canteen and all that. Nowadays things are much more advanced. You know, watching these guys operate with their, you know, fancy gear, like wow, that's pretty cool. But you get to learn a lot. You know what to do in a chemically non-permissible environment that deals with, you know, a nuclear, biological, or chemical. And right now, what do we got? We got biological. Ooh, you know. So what do? You know, you wear a mask. You know, wear gloves and disposable gloves, and you know, we didn't have a face mask. We had an actual fucking gas mask. But you know, and then of course the decon afterwards. You get to learn everything about that. So how to, you know, I remember having the what was it, the old night vision goggle, the old night vision scope that it was, you know, freaking huge. This thing was almost as long as the rifle itself, and it bolted into the carrier handle. And one of the things was you had to take the battery and put it down by your junk to keep it warm. I was like, what? I gotta put this battery down by my... Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. You know, why? This cold ass piece of gear, this cold ass piece of metal, you know, in my junk to keep it warm so I could use it. So, you know, there was other things, you know, that we had to think about. Obviously, you know, we upgraded from there. I'm not that old. You know, that was back in the 90s. So, yeah, do you have batteries? Are those batteries, you know, for your stuff, will they last? You know, I like to surefire everything, you know. You know, they got a good 10-year shelf life, and then I just kind of rotate through all that. I use my flashlights. My flashlights use that CR123s, and I just rotate through that. You know, what's in your EDC bag? You know, your everyday carry. For me, an everyday carry, a bag. It has the basics. You know, you could, and it goes in my car, and it's like my get home bag or my what if bag, and it's got basic simple stuff. It's got gun, knife, flashlight, food, water, and first aid kit, and maybe a change of clothes if it's cold weather gear. That's about it. You know, I'm not carrying around a fucking 200-pound bag in my car. You know, I think this thing weighs about maybe 10 pounds, maybe less, or maybe over. And also, it also depends on, you know, where I'm going. If I'm working, which I do a lot of, you know, painting and remodeling and stuff, I'll throw some tools in there, you know, and go with that. That's another thing I like to do. Is I like to keep my food, my water, or Gatorade performance preps. If you're you know, say you've been working a long day and you didn't take a lunch, and man, it took forever to put that bathroom together, and you know, it was 20 miles away. You're like, oh god, you're just driving along, and then you know, your car just poops and lands out. Yeah, you've never been in that situation, have you? So you know, did they steal your food? Here, have some food. Here, you too. Anyway, I like to keep a little pick me up, 5 hour energy, and it's worked many, many times before. I've been there, had to, been out and about and had to change a tire. I had a big old flat, and you're just like, oh fuck, how am I going to do this? I gotta, and boom, you assess the situation. You're like, okay, I've got to change the tire, and go from there. Well, I changed the tire, and then that tire went flat. Great. So now I've got to either, another prep is have AAA, have some kind of, roadside assistance. I did not at the time, so I literally had to drive somewhere or walk somewhere, and I popped a 5 hour energy. I was like, yep, okay, 5 miles up the road, I'll be all right. Get somewhere and relax and chill. Don't forget about yourself. Everybody thinks that, yeah, I'm just gonna, something happens, I'm just gonna go. You're like, somehow you're just gonna you're gonna just pull up this amazing will and intestinal fortitude and energy, and you're gonna be like, yeah, let's go. No, you're gonna be like, oh fuck, downtrodden, and that frustrated, and physically fatigued. Maybe you have an injury. Have pick me ups. Boom. I'm not saying I use 5 hour energy. Maybe you can use an energy bar. I've seen guys use energy bars. That's good. You got to keep your. And it helps also with your wits. Boom. I just get that nice clarity. I also keep another thing of all my vitamins. Maybe I'm out for a day. Chances are though I'm probably my main goal is to get home, get safe, and that's easy to do nowadays. You just get on a phone and just, hey, come pick me up, or I'm gonna go to this next town. I was working in a fleet, pest control fleet, out of town at night, and I would just like, I got to get to the hotel. It's 30 miles away, so they would, I'd have to sit around and wait. Tow truck would come and get me, and boom, take the truck away, and then I've got to find my way back to the hotel, and then from there I go home, or I carry on, with the missions for the week, the accounts for the week. So in this day and age, it's very simple to just make a phone call, have money with you. I remember the days of the certified credit cards that you could keep. There's probably something similar to that nature now, where you just, like, okay, here you go, boom. All right, I need this and this and this. It's an emergency. Prep for that. In this day and age, it's pretty damn simple to just make a phone call and to get what you want. As long as you got the money. Money talks, or you walk. If I ain't got to walk, I'm not going to, okay? Even though I can go forever. And depending on my mood, sometimes I'm just like, yeah, all right, it's a thunderstorm, let's walk 20 miles. Yeah, this is going to be great. Pull out my compass, shoot my azimuth, oh, that way, So, be prepared in that aspect as well. That's just life. And that's just life in general. I've seen so many people. I have a friend of mine that anything happens and he's just done. He's freaking out. He's cussing. He's yelling. He's losing his mind. He's having anxiety attacks. And, that's why you prep. You prep for that situation. You prep for that scenario. Gaming. War gaming it. What to do? Have a plan. If you do not have a plan, then you're just winging it. My kung fu teacher, so my sifu, he used to say that true skill comes effortlessly. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I mean, because he would just move and just boom, 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 and things were. And after a time, you feel that as well. But true skill comes effortlessly only after arduous and diligent long, hard practice. You know, that's what it takes, and being prepared. And to do that, you've got to do it. You've got to get out there and do it, and you got to have a plan. My car breaks down. What do I do? You got to have a plan. Shit hits the fan. As they say, what do you do? Well, it depends on what kind of. Is it nutty? Is it gritty? Is it runny? you know, is it mud butt? I mean, what the hell? Have the aliens landed and the reptilian overlords are trying to eat our flesh? Has the devil risen from his gates and is trying to take our soul? Is it Ragnarok and the gods are fighting amongst each other? And is Jesus coming? I mean, what's going on? Do we have the is it a galactic vortex coming our way to suck us down into a freaking black hole and atomize us? Turn us into light and energy. I mean, what do you do? So prepare for that. Game for that. Have that contingency. And if you get to that point, and I'm not saying go all out, get crazy, and but you can at least you have a plan. What are we facing now? We're facing lockdowns. We're facing possible civil unrest, maybe on a large scale. I don't know. More government inclusions and restrictions on our rights and freedoms, which is very troubling. Is there going to be martial law? Or are we gonna be a police state? I don't know about all that, but you got to be prepared for that stuff. And what do? Do you stick around? Do you play by the rules? Do you hope everything is hunky dory and you're going to be fine because you've got your years worth of preps? And what if the power goes out? Here, on the right coast, hurricanes are a major issue, and then after that, flooding is a major issue. There's been weeks at a time when we didn't have power. So what do you do? Get that generator. Do you if you got a home and plus stuff like that, you really have to. You really have the freedom and the resources because you got a home that you're able to prep that. Get your solar panels, get your batteries, get your wind turbines. Get your sandbags so you can stop the flooding. Sump pumps and all that. Here there's no basements. Water table is like 2 to 3 feet. That's it. 4 or 5 feet. Whatever. Have a bug out location and make sure that you know that bug out location, that you go there frequently and what the resources are. Recon the area. What are the resources? What is what happens? Is it defendable? Is it can you grow crops there? Do you need to do more preps to the land to make it more susceptible to is your soil good? Is it in a flood zone? Is it in a place where everybody's going to come anyway? That's the thing here is everybody goes west. They just go inland, and it's just a mass exodus out of here. So, am I going to go to in the problems that come with that? So, am I going to go to the next town over and expect to get a place to like a hotel or whatever? No, it's going to be already done. It's going to be sold out. Do you have that bug out location? Is it yours? Do you have the permission to go there? Do you have keys for the gate? Do you have is there wildlife there that you can get to and use? Is there any restrictions? You can get to your bug out location. The guy's like, nah, you can't use a fire here. No fires, please. Places already been burnt down like 5 times. No, we can't have fires. No hunting. Da 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 da. No, no, you can't grow fruit crops or whatever. A bug out location for me is something temporary. Someplace I can go. Does it have power? Is there running water? You probably want to go take a shower after your long, arduous, adventurous journey. You know, through hell and everything else. Do you have enough gas for your car? Do you know, is, everybody, I'm not going to talk much about, you know, do you have alternate ways of protecting yourself and tools? Can I cut wood? Can I build a log cabin? Can I build a structure? Yeah. Can you protect yourself? In this day and age, everybody's like, well, I just got my boomstick and my freedom seeds. Well, that's great and all, but a melee weapon, especially an edged melee weapon, can be quite effective and is still effective in this day and age. If you want to get medieval on that ass. And anybody with a knife is a freaking master, okay? And you go upgrade from a knife to something else, then you're even more of a combat effective person. Yeah, they always shoot you, but if you got the element of surprise and you've got the drop. Remember the Tueller method. Less than two seconds to get 21 feet. So the Tueller effect. But yeah, I mean, like my dog. I told you, it takes her less than half a second to get 36 feet. That's a force multiplier. I'm running out of time here. Make sure you got these things. Friends, family. What about them? Find out what they're going to do. And find out who's got the best plan. And go from there. If you have a mag, and you guys got to coordinate. What are we doing? And you got to game it. What is the scenario? The scenario is it's a flood. Okay, we're gonna leave, and what are we gonna do? What is your packing list? And what is the quickest time that we can get out? And what's our rally point? What's our routes? What's our alternate routes? What's the emergency route? What is when do we? And then other things. Is it a very non-permissible environment with civil unrest, or a military invasion, or something of that nature happens. Do you go loud, or do you keep yourself clandestine, and try to get out of the area, or what do you do? I don't want to go too much into that, but I think that's the least of our problems right now. I think our biggest problem is going to be food and water and power. This being cold, winter, it's mostly cold everywhere you go, unless you go to Key West or Florida. And even there, they're, oh my God, it's 64 degrees. I'm freezing, that's for them, get a coat, get a coat. Get a coat, get a jacket, very nice one. Do you have gloves? Do you got a boonie cover? Do you got leg warmers? Do you got insulated, underwear? Do you got good boots? Get some good freaking boots. Waterproof, warm boots. I've got the same pair of boots, Danners, that I've had since 2013. And they have never failed me. I also like to keep little patches stuff, I slap moleskin on the hard parts of it, the messed up parts. Moleskin, take care of your feet. You're going to be walking. You're going to need to change of socks, foot powder, moleskin, Neosporin, liquid bandages is good. You're gonna be transporting your weapons. Make sure you've got extra cleaning kit. Get your cleaning kit. Your obviously a full reload for whatever you're carrying. At least. Say you're running 5 mags, then keep 5 mags plus of ammo for that. That weapon systems. If you got batteries, keep spare batteries with you that are up to date and ready to go. You know, keep some lube on you. So you can just lube that gun up and keep it operational. Oh, I just said the word I didn't want to say. Anyway, doesn't matter. Fun. Yeah, but for the most part, just stay prepared and keep your ear to the ground, eyes to the sky, nose to the wind, and carry on. You'll be fine. Oh, coffee. Do you need coffee? Bring coffee with you. Bring ways to make coffee on the road, and bugging out on your in the woods or swamp or whatever. How are you gonna get that coffee? Do you smoke? You smoke cigarettes? Throw some packs of cigarettes in the freezer, and when you're ready to go, just throw them in your EDC. Things like that. Do you have medications that you got to take? Now that's a big one. If you can't get medications through your own prescriptions, most places, especially around here, they'll give you a month's worth of extra medication, just because they know that's just the way it is here. There's at any point in time we could have a catastrophe, coming from the ocean, and that's it. Boom, we're shut down, and we got to haul ass. If you can't, there's places that you can go online. I forget the names of them, nor do I really wish to, endorse them. But you can go and get that stuff, and they'll ship it right to your house. Whatever you need. There might be some, some things for like pain and stuff like that. You might have to go with a holistic or, something non-traditional. Or ask family and friends, hey, you got any extra this and that I need, for my pain? Or for this, ask around. Ask your family and friends or your mag. Hey, I'm lacking on antibiotics here. What you got? Do some bartering, trading. Who knows? Yeah. So make sure you get all your ducks in a row and your shit's in order, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I mean, that's the part of planning and prepping that we do. Is that we're prepared for absolutely everything. So when something comes our way, we can deal with it accordingly. You know what I mean? And we have a plan, and we have the gear, and we're ready. So there's no question when something happens. There's a movement going on. freedomgathering.org. freedomgathering.org. Check it out. It's a group. It's a movement that's been started for all of us, and to help to get ourselves together and organized so that we can help each other and help the nation for whatever comes our way. Because we all know something wicked this way comes, so we got to be ready, and check it out. If you're a red-blooded American and you still want to have that spirit of America, then that's definitely the place I would go. Get signed up, get the newsletters. Get the intel. They're still in their the infancy stage, but they're making a lot of progress. There's a lot of preppers that have been doing this. I've been following them for a long time, and they know their shit. So I vet everyone, and what does Odin say, that there's no man. Ah, fuck. There is no man that is. Where are you? Shit. Yeah, I don't know where it is. One of the PSAs. Maybe it's over here. I can't find it, but it's very important. Man, I'm running out of time here. Maybe it's here. Yeah, here we go. Oden ojedir Allah. So it's usually it says there's, you know, we usually don't know who is at the door, but there is no man who is so foolish that he is, or so wise that he is. I'm floundering here. I probably should have prepared this. But I love this quote, though. I can't find it anywhere. Man, all my books I have. And usually I can go right to it and find stuff. Yeah. But yeah, you gotta plan, you gotta prep, you gotta be ready. You know, and that's what I'm saying to you. You know, get this shit done. See, look, I'm not prepared at all. And you know, the time is slowly but surely eating away as you're watching me flounder through my notes trying to find these fucking quotes, you know, and I can't find them. Yeah. So, here we go. Here we go. Yes. Those inside the house rarely know anything about the stranger who knocks at the door. But there is no man so good that he has no flaw, nor a man so bad he's good for nothing. Comes from Havamal, Word of Odin. But listen to everyone. You know, everybody has something to give you, and you have something to give them. So that's what I love about YouTube. And regardless of their intelligence, regardless of their demeanor, you know, me, I'm freaking mad. But I think I throw out some pretty good content here, just at least something to think about. But yeah, you know, take something from everyone and give something back, and that's what it's all about. You know, that's how we've thrived as a human species on this planet for, you know, almost 5 billion years, or however long we've been here. Who knows? Nobody really knows. So anyway, I'm approaching the time allotted for me, which is 34 minutes and 25 seconds. I'm at 32:31. So I'm going to leave it at that. Please feel free to comment, subscribe if you wish. I don't, you know, that's fine. But, you know, share it. Definitely share it. Get this message out. That, you know, check with everybody. You know, just bring it up. Are you prepared? At least you planted a seed. You know, definitely check out freedomgathering.org. freedomgathering.org. Definitely, you know, get into that, check it out, and go from there. So, this is Mad Shad, signing off.